This is breaking news.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's legal war escalates with new accusations. Los Angeles, California, with hundreds of millions of dollars at stake, the bitter war between Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie has only continued to escalate. Now, a former bodyguard of the exes has now spoken about what went down behind the scenes. Tony Webb, a former Special Forces soldier, worked for over 20 years as a bodyguard for the A-list family. As he revealed to The Sun, he too felt the crumbling behind the facade. His accusations against Jolie are causing quite a stir, alleging that the 48-year-old fired him after two security guards sympathized with Pitt and declared they would testify against her in the custody dispute. The former couple has been battling it out in court over their shares in the Chateau Miraval vineyard in France. The incident in question is also said to have occurred at this time when the Eternal Star made headlines in 2021 with a controversial sale of her shares there. After leaving the military, Webb founded the company SRS Global Security, which protected the then couple. Michael Vieira, Jolie's personal assistant, usually acted as a contract agent. Webb is said to have found out about the divorce of the two megastars in 2016. Webb said, "After their divorce, SRS Global and I continued to provide security for Ms. Jolie, Mr. Pitt, and their children." However, tensions soon arose between the company and the family. Vieira is said to have become aware that two contractors who provided personal security for Jolie through Webb's company might testify in the family court proceedings, and Vieira reportedly asked Webb to prevent them from doing so. "I understood that Mr. Vieira was making this request on behalf of Ms. Jolie," Webb said. The ex-military man told Jolie's assistant that he had no authority to intervene in the matter. The assistant then reminded him of the confidentiality agreements that had been entered into between the actor and the people concerned. If they were to testify, legal action would be taken. Angelina Jolie accused of encouraging her children to avoid Brad Pitt. Webb informed his colleagues, who nevertheless maintained their willingness to testify before the family court. One of them is Ross Foster. Despite the signed NDA, he would testify if he received a subpoena from the court. Foster told Webb that she would not remain silent about Jolie's statements to her children. Related video. Angelina Jolie allegedly told kids to avoid father Brad Pitt, unbranded, entertain. She is said to have encouraged her children to spend as little time as possible with Pitt, whom she has accused of abusing her and their 6 children during custody visits. Meanwhile, Jolie's assistant has reiterated his threat to take legal action against the statements. However, this is unlikely to be successful, as NDAs are generally not allowed to be used to prevent testimony in court. Webb assumed that both of his colleagues would testify anyway. As a result, his company was terminated in 2021. The bodyguard also expressed his disappointment in a letter to Jolie, who probably blamed him for the fact that the two self-employed and independent contractors of his security company would testify against her anyway.